I asked you guys a few days ago what type of topics you'd like to see me cover in future videos. One of them that came up a few times was the Lil Baby type beat. Lil Baby is a rap artist from Atlanta, Georgia, who garnered a lot of attention after the release of his project Perfect Timing in 2017. A year later, he dropped a platinum album, and more recently, in February 2020, he dropped his album entitled My Turn. Basically, today I'm just going to cook up something really melodic, and I'm going to go in more detail about how I came up with my melody, so that you can understand my reasoning behind it and why I did what I did. If you want me to do this sort of thing more often in the future, let me know in the comments. But before that, Inside Audio reached out to sponsor this video. Inside Audio makes these super useful mouse pads. They have all the keyboard shortcuts printed on them for a variety of DAWs, including FL Studio, Ableton, and Logic Pro X. The mouse pads come in normal size and extra large, and they even offer a custom print option. You can use the discount code JRENT for 5% off. Alright, let's get into the cookup. First I pulled up Keyscape, and I'm going to lay down a melody in D minor. Yes, I know, it looks extremely confusing and cluttered, but here's the thought process that went into creating the melody. It's basically a 1-7-1-7 chord progression in the first 4 bars. The D and F that play alongside the C major chord actually makes it a C sus2-4 chord, but whatever. Anyway, the first 4 bars repeat, but I swapped the 1 chord for the 6 chord in the second half. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but switching from a minor 1 to a major 6 gives the melody a cool kind of emotional vibe. Anyway, other than that, everything else I added was just to spice it up, like a few high octave notes to give it a greater sense of movement, and some low octave notes to give it more body. I applied some effects. First I added an EQ. Then I added this effect rack preset, and I went back into the piano roll and changed the velocities of the notes to make it sound more realistic. Here's what the melody sounds like now. I opened up Electra X and I laid down a couple notes. I opened up this flute in Analog Lab and I laid down this melody. I pulled up this arcade preset and I made a vocal chop. I added some effects. First I added little micro shift to make the vocals wider, then I added a bandpass EQ. Here's what the vocals sound like now. I laid down a clap. I made this hat pattern. I made this kick pattern. I laid down a perk. I added an open hat. I made this 808 pattern. Here's what the drums sound like all together. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let's see what we've come up with.
Jam at the beat, so we mixing them perfect.